PureCycle Technologies, or PCT for short, is breaking out of the early stages towards full-scale commercial recycling of polypropylene, a plastic commonly used in packaging. A plastic that still sees relatively low recycling rates. After outlining what PCT has to offer, its commercial ambitions will be highlighted, alongside possible obstacles to those ambitions, in addition to noteworthy deals and partnerships. PCT is commercializing a patented purification process developed by Procter & Gamble, which restores waste polypropylene into ultra-pure recycled, UPR, resin with near-virgin characteristics. Unlike traditional recycling methods, PCT's process does not involve chemical reactions, using minimal energy and reducing costs. This technology can recycle a wide range of polypropylene waste, improving quality and odor profiles while maintaining mechanical properties similar to virgin resin, helping it to secure FDA approval for food contact applications of its UPR resin. Feedstocks are sourced through partnerships and pre-processing facilities, with its first commercial-scale facility in Ironton, Ohio, processing 182 tons of feedstock daily. Other facilities are planned in Augusta, Georgia, and Antwerp, Belgium. However, its joint venture in South Korea was terminated. It's also important to note while PCT is working towards moving beyond the early commercial stage, it generates minimal revenue and relies on the success of its technology. Scaling up operations, securing sufficient feedstock, and navigating regulatory hurdles pose risks. The business model is also vulnerable to supply chain disruptions, equipment failures, and regulatory noncompliance, leading detractors to point to uncertainties around scalability, environmental permits, and securing long-term partnerships. Market acceptance of UPR resin is still developing, and PCT must meet evolving customer specifications. So far, PureCycle has made headway by meeting specifications through their partnership with Churchill Container to produce a line of sustainable cups and buckets made primarily from PCT's recycled Pure 5 resin. The Run It Back line, containing up to 100% post-consumer recycled content, is aimed at professional and collegiate sports teams seeking sustainable souvenir items for their fans. PureCycle CEO Dustin Olson expressed pride in the launch, emphasizing that this initiative could bring true circularity to polypropylene products like stadium cups and popcorn buckets. He linked this achievement to the company's Pure Zero program, which promotes better recycling practices at sports venues. This program, in partnership with professional football teams, has successfully recycled over 700,000 pounds of waste material in recent seasons. Churchill Container, known for producing rigid plastic cups and buckets for industries including sports, theater, and restaurants, is excited about the new sustainable line. Product Director Eric Johnson noted that sports teams, as community leaders, have a unique opportunity to champion sustainability by adopting the Run It Back cups. These items can be recycled, purified by PCT, and reused to create new souvenir cups demonstrating effective plastic recycling. As a result, the Cleveland Browns will introduce 100% Pure 5 resin in their 2025 line of players' souvenir cups, achieving a true circularity solution for the team. As part of this initiative, polypropylene plastic waste generated at games is sent to PureCycle's Ironton, Ohio facility for recycling into Pure 5 resin. Michelle Powell, the Cleveland Browns Vice President of Stadium Operations, emphasized that the new sustainable souvenir cups are a significant development in their sustainability efforts. The team has worked with PureCycle for years to educate fans on recycling at games, and this marks a new milestone with cups made from 100% recycled PureCycle resin. PureCycle CEO Dustin Olson celebrated the long-standing partnership with the Browns, highlighting how the relationship has evolved and led to recycled resin being used in the team's souvenir products. Olson hopes this move will inspire other organizations in the sports industry to adopt more sustainable practices. Churchill Container's Eric Johnson reiterated that the biggest challenge in creating sustainable polypropylene products was finding a resin that meets food safety and quality standards, which PureCycle's resin successfully delivers. In regards to plastics for fibers and fabrics, PureCycle already sold 500,000 pounds of its Pure 5 resin to Drake Extrusion, a leading North American manufacturer of colored filament yarn and staple fiber earlier in the year. The resin, produced from 100% post-consumer recycled PCR polypropylene at PureCycle's Ironton facility, was successfully used by Drake to produce continuous filament yarns. These yarns are suitable for applications such as rugs, upholstery, and apparel. The sale follows successful trials where Drake produced continuous fiber using PureCycle's resin, which surpassed expectations. Drake CEO John Parkinson noted that PCT's material exceeded performance requirements, paving the way for new sustainable fiber options for their customers. Approximately 20% of the global virgin polypropylene supply is used for fiber and yarn, and PureCycle's solution offers a reliable recycling alternative. PCT CEO Dustin Olson emphasized that this breakthrough demonstrates the quality and potential of their technology, which mimics the performance of virgin polypropylene. He also highlighted the importance of partnering with Drake, whose manufacturing expertise and capacity will help expand PureCycle's recycled polypropylene solution to a larger customer base, enhancing textile circularity. Drake and PCT's collaboration has resulted in fibers of varying thicknesses, suitable for outdoor upholstery and apparel, with the thinner fibers also successfully textured for a softer feel. PCT's R&D team is continuing to develop new compounds for fiber applications, including staple fibers, to open opportunities in the carpet, automotive, and other industries. For example, PCT's partnership with Emerald Carpets drives circularity in the trade show carpet industry, creating a closed-loop system for carpet production by recycling used carpets into high-quality recycled polypropylene, RPP. Emerald Carpets has signed a commercial supply agreement with PureCycle to purchase approximately 5 million pounds of Pure 5 resin annually. This resin will be blended into Emerald's fiber production, allowing them to exceed California's policy-mandated recycled content requirements. The partnership involves PCT recycling used trade show carpets from Emerald, transforming the material into purified RPP pellets. This process aligns with California's upcoming carpet-to-carpet recycled content requirements, set to take effect in 2028. PCT and Emerald will collaborate on developing, testing, and scaling this process at their production facilities in Dalton, Georgia, and Ironton, Ohio, over the next few years. Emerald Carpets President Tom Boykin noted that using recycled polypropylene will enable the creation of carpets that are both high-performing and sustainable. Early trials with Pure 5 Choice resin, including post-consumer recycled materials, have been successful, demonstrating that high-performance carpets can be made with recycled content suitable for trade show environments. Dustin Olson emphasized that this partnership marks a key step in advancing circularity within the carpet industry. PCT's dissolution recycling technology allows carpet manufacturers to reduce their reliance on virgin materials, paving the way for more sustainable flooring options in the events sector. As for packaging plastic, PCT completed more biaxially-oriented polypropylene (BOP) film trials with Bruckner Maschinenbau GmbH, a global leader in production lines for stretched films. These trials focus on validating the performance of PCT's Pure 5 resin in BOP film applications, particularly for food packaging, such as snacks, candy, and baked goods. The trials, which are part of an ongoing collaboration, aim to demonstrate the resin's ability to meet the strict industry standards for BOP film. Since PCT's Pure 5 resin is derived from post-consumer polypropylene that's recycled to be suitable for high-quality applications like food packaging, it could be carving out an amazing first-mover advantage. Bruckner has been working closely with PureCycle to evaluate the resin's performance, particularly regarding film processing, mechanical properties, and safety for food-grade packaging. The trials involved blending 15% to 50% Pure 5 resin from PureCycle's Ironton, Ohio facility with traditional polypropylene. The film produced performed similarly to virgin polypropylene in various tests, with promising stretch results. CEO Dustin Olson highlighted that flexible packaging, a significant segment for polypropylene, requires high-purity materials for film production, and traditional recycled materials have not met these strict demands. The positive results from Bruckner's trials boost confidence in PCT's ability to meet these rigorous processing standards. BOP film, used in applications such as food packaging, labeling, and adhesive tape, is prized for its transparency, moisture resistance, and durability. With these trials, PureCycle aims to provide a single pellet solution for BOP film that can serve as a drop-in replacement for virgin production, expanding its product portfolio in the packaging industry. After initial trials showed promising results, future larger-scale trials demonstrating further success will generate thousands of meters of samples for sharing with potential brand owners, paving the way for commercial scaling in the BOP film market. Progress has also extended across the pond by working with Landbell Group to expand polypropylene recycling in Europe, focusing on upcycling polypropylene waste into high-purity, recycled polypropylene for demanding applications, especially the kind from food packaging waste. PCT's first European plant, located in Antwerp, Belgium, is expected to have an annual capacity of 59,000 tons once operational. This facility will rely on polypropylene waste sourced from Landbell Group's collection, sorting, and processing systems across several European countries. Landbell will supply the polypropylene waste from its household collection systems, which will be used as feedstock for the plant. Building on the success of PureCycle's flagship plant in Ironton, Ohio, which has an expected annual capacity of 48,600 tons when fully operational, PureCycle and Landbell's joint efforts align with the European Union's push for a circular economy. The collaboration is designed to drive higher recycling rates and produce high-quality recycled polypropylene, enabling producers to meet the new obligations under the Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation, PPWR. By combining their innovative approaches, the two companies aim to enhance the sustainability of plastic recycling in Europe, promoting the widespread adoption of dissolution recycling and contributing to the creation of a closed-loop system for plastics. Financially, PureCycle is still technically in a ramp-up phase, expecting to reach break-even by Q4 2025 or early Q1 2026, so the end of operational and budget issues could be nearing its end soon. In the meantime, PureCycle has raised capital through stock sales and bond offerings to mitigate the impact of debt, losses, and low revenue during its emergence. For example, it made a $33 million stock sale to investors like Pleiad Investment Advisors and Samlin Capital near the end of last year. Of even greater note, the raising of $300 million in fresh capital in June this year, through the issuance of convertible preferred stock, with participation from both new and existing investors, including Duquesne Family Office LLC, Wasserstein Debt Opportunities, Samlin Capital, Pleiad Investment Advisors, and Cylebra Capital Management. CEO Dustin Olson stated that the capital will accelerate PureCycle's global growth plans, aiming to bring 1 billion pounds of installed capacity online by 2030 across the U.S., Europe, and Asia. The funds will support initiatives such as a new polypropylene recycling facility in Thailand, set to begin construction in late 2025 and start operations by mid-2027. The facility will feature a 130 million pound production line and will benefit from the robust infrastructure of IRPC Public Company, Southeast Asia's first fully integrated petrochemical operator. Additionally, PCT will establish a similar 130 million pound line in Antwerp, Belgium, and plans to expand its Augusta, Georgia facility with a Gen 2 line, which will increase its capacity to more than 300 million pounds per year, contributing to an anticipated installed capacity of 1 billion pounds annually across the U.S., Europe, and Asia. The European projects are currently navigating the permitting process with some reported delays. Regardless, operations expected to begin in 2028 and 2029. Olson expressed confidence in the company's growth trajectory, citing the significant progress at its Ironton facility and ongoing momentum in commercialization efforts. More broadly speaking, there is increasing competition for feedstock, which the new sorting facility in Denver could help with since it's improving recovering costs through the sale of materials like aluminum and PE containers. Furthermore, as PCT works towards scaling up its Pure5 polypropylene resin production, it has generated minimal revenue, and its offtake agreements are still in early stages. Quite a normal situation given the relative youth of the company, which is why optimism about a few dozen ongoing trials with major companies keeps fueling optimists who point to the expected meaningful sales such agreements could mature into. Indeed, concrete commercialization steps are underway with PureCycle progressing in the packaging, film, and textile sectors. having delivered its Pure5 resin to converters for trials in food-grade film, injection molding, and thermoforming applications. With successful trials resulting in post-trial negotiations for more than 15 applications. Operationally, PCT produced 3.4 million pounds of resin in Q2 2025, after a short planned outage for facility improvements. The Ironton plant has been running consistently and completed a rate test at 14,000 pounds per hour in August, signaling operational progress. To further streamline operations and meet anticipated demand, a twin-screw extruder is being added to the Ironton facility, which will enable the blending of resins for specific customer applications, as well as help reduce third-party costs by approximately $4 million annually and lower the company's carbon footprint. On top of that, PCT's reputation is being boosted since it received the Association of Plastic Recyclers, APR, post-consumer resin, PCR, certification for its primary grade of Pure5 resin, HPP 15100. The APR is a North American nonprofit focused on improving plastic recycling and fostering a sustainable circular economy. This certification, awarded after a successful third-party audit, confirms that the resin is manufactured from post-consumer sources, ensuring its sustainability. PCT CEO Dustin Olson noted the increasing customer demand for third-party certifications, like the APR PCR certification, which will support the continued commercialization of Pure5 resin. The APR PCR certification provides third-party validation that the resin meets specific standards for post-consumer recycled content, ensuring transparency in the marketplace. So as PureCycle keeps striding towards profitability and running at scale, it gains increasing recognition, an invaluable advantage for expanding its commercial footprint and capitalizing on its developing order pipeline. Helping to quell concerns about the challenges of achieving regulatory approval and widespread market acceptance as the demand for recycled polypropylene keeps rising. For more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.